What's up everyone, this is Justin. Today I am at Frederick Skatepark and this is probably my favorite skate park currently that I have been to in Colorado, and it has a lot of really fun stuff. Great for learning street, and there's also a big bowl up top that's a whole lot of fun to mess around with. So let's get into this video. We're first going to start off with this nice bank here. It is pretty steep, but it is a really good bank if you want to try to learn some tricks off of it. Here you have a wall ride that's actually where I first learned wall rides. It's a nice slanted one, and then you have that cool ledge there to grind. Here's an awesome rail to grind and try to learn new grinds on. Me and my friend have tried to learn crank arm grinds there. These rails right here are fantastic starter rails and definitely where I'm going to practice that a lot. Here we have a quarter to go around, and then some more amazing sized rails and ledges, and these are just a great size to really start learning some new tricks and like getting those skills down. Here's some manual pads that are really fun to mess around with. A perfect rail for learning anything, a ledge, another manual pad. We ride up to the top. There's a couple bowls up here. There's a smaller bowl that I haven't actually rode. I think it's better suited for skateboards. And then we get up to the top and there's this big huge bowl, which is my favorite part of the skate park. I love this thing. It is so much fun. The quarters here are perfect. They're so good. They're great for learning tricks. I love the fly out spot there in the corner of that bowl. I love this hip right here onto that banked quarter, and it's just got really great flow, and there's a lot of fun lines that you can come up with in this area of the skate park. And this is my style of riding. I love riding around bowls, and concrete bowls are so much fun. All right, this is the bowl at Frederick. I wanted to give you a perspective. This thing is massive. It's so cool. All the way around is probably about a 6-foot quarter. They have this really awesome hip to like banked quarter over here. Really awesome. This is where I'm trying to learn airs, because you can just hit the coping over here and then land in the bank, and then you bring it right over to this quarter pipe, and it's the same thing. So you can just practice and then come and practice over here. Now we're coming over to the spine section. So this is probably a 5.5 foot spine. And I guess the quarters over here are 5.5 foot. So 6 foot over there, 5.5 foot right here. So you got a lot of variety. It's a really fun park. I definitely recommend come checking it out. So on the other side of that bank quarter, you have the small quarter pipe. You could jump over it if you really wanted to. And here's another angle of the bowl from the other side. You can see this nice extension there. And then we're gonna head back down, and we're gonna head towards the full pipes, which are really cool to look at, but not very functional in my opinion. So things are massive and cool looking, but they're actually really hard to ride. And like trying to air from one to the other would be actually really difficult. You don't have the greatest runway. It's all gravel on both sides. So really cool artwork and everything, but no one really uses these.
Adrenaline rush, hearts collide. Together we rise, can't divide. Bomb the bowl, hit the sky. Frederick's fury we can't deny. Push the limits, break the chain. Ride or die through joy and pain. Ride or die through joy and pain. Ride or die through joy and pain. close. Bruises paint the story we chose. Dust on our hands, blood in the dirt. Every scar a badge, every fall worth the hurt. Adrenaline rush, hearts collide. Together we rise, can't divide. Bomb the ball, hit the sky. Frederick's fury we can't deny. Push the limits, break the chain. Ride or die through joy and pain. Ride or die through joy and pain. Ride or die through joy and pain. Through joy and pain.
All right, we wrapped up the session at Frederick. I forgot to film an outro clip, but I had a lot of fun and I accomplished a lot and some things I wasn't even on my radar at all. So super stoked about that, and I can't wait to see what the future has in hold for the next session. So I'll catch you guys later.